Hi! It's been 3 weeks since I posted my last video, so I thought I'd do an update. My albos did grow new leaves. They are smaller than the previous leaf, and that's because I did not have my Aerogarden light on, or any light on, to supplement them. So this is my Aerogarden light. West facing window, north facing window over there. If you watched my earlier videos, then you'd know that my husband put a window tint on the windows, and I thought it would be enough light coming in through, given that it's summertime, and the light intensity would be enough, and it turned out that it wasn't. So I turned on this light about 3 weeks ago when I last filmed, and they all started pushing out new growth. I will apologize for the dust and or the dirt that you'll see on my plant shelf right here. Again, if you watched my earlier videos, that board, that table that I'm using, was something that my dog used when she was a puppy, and so she's since passed, and I just didn't want to clean it. Still haven't cleaned it. So if you see that, that's what that is. That's why it's dirty and it's got funny marks and stuff. So I guess we'll start with the Albo first. So this is one of them. And you know what I want to show you was I have my Albos planted in clear pots, so you could see the roots, so I could see the roots. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me lift it up. So the roots are actually pretty impressive. Actually, let me grab them better. And that is the one of the aerial roots growing into the pot. So you can see how thick this is now. I think when it comes time for me to repot this particular Albo, I'm just going to put it in another clear pot. If I can't find one to plant it into, I'm just going to use a plastic jug or something. It's just me that's looking at it. My husband doesn't really care too much for my plants, and yeah, I like watching the roots, so that's what I might end up doing. But okay, so let's see. So this was the original leaf when I received it. And let's see, this was the first one, and then it grew this one, and then it grew this one. I don't know if you can see that. And then I got really lucky and it grew this big one, and that's when I turned off the lights, and when I finally turned it back on, it grew this little guy. So you can see the size difference between the two. So this is the newest one, and this is the one. So could you have imagined if I left the light on? So anyways, now I've got this light on to try to encourage bigger leaves. I feel so dumb. I shouldn't have done it, but it was so hot here too. And then I have it on a bamboo little stake thing. If you look close, there's another root right there that's starting to grow, and this one actually is starting to push out a new leaf. So let me see. You know what, you're not going to be able to see it that great, but it is starting to push out a new growth, so hopefully I'll be able to share that one with you. This is my other Albo number 2, and here is his roots, again in a clear pot. This is a fruit container that I bought from the market. Then I just washed it, punched holes on the bottom. So that's the original mother leaf. Leaf number 1. And as you can see, the white did brown, and I cut it, put cinnamon on the edge to stop it, and it did stop. Yeah, so it looks like that. Here's leaf number 2, which is bigger than the other one. And this is the most recent one. And is he getting ready to push one too? Let's see. No. Okay, so let's move him out of the way. I got tired of my Tetraspermus. They were growing pretty tall, and they were growing past the other light that I had for them, so I ended up cutting all of them, almost in half. So I went ahead and stuck them in jars, and I did this, I think, on October 23rd. So I have a string of hearts. Same thing with the string of hearts. I was getting tired of that thing growing so long. So I cut them. And this one's in a jar. And see, that's the pink that's starting to kind of come in with the light. This is my ginger. My sister gave me a start of one, and I thought it would be fun to see if I could try to get it to grow, and it's been growing. And here's another one. I need to plant this guy. This one is my Thai Constellation. She hasn't done much. There's no new leaf on this one that I can tell. Yeah, they said it's a slow grower, and they weren't kidding. Okay, so let me see how her roots look. Oh, but she is pushing out a new root. So you know what? Let me move this guy out of the way. Can you see the new root? So maybe once that root hits the bark mix that I have it in, that it will start pushing out a new leaf. So there are her roots. I'm probably gonna give them a good soak after I finish filming. Here's another jar of the Tetrasperma that I cut. This is the one that I bought from Home Depot, and you can see, if you can see that root right there. So again, I did this on October 23rd, and skipped him over, and let me move some of my things out. I'm trying to start, what are these? String of pearls. Okay, and this is the one that I affectionately call my half moon, Albo. This is the original mother leaf. Here's the first, so dusty. Here's the first leaf. First leaf. There's the second one, and again, same problem. The white was turning brown. Cut it, I put cinnamon on the cut leaf. Let's see, and then I think this one, yeah, this one's number 3. And then here's the newest leaf, number 4. And you can see the size difference between those two. So the newest, number 2 newest. And I think this one is, yeah, I don't know if I can show it here, but it's starting to kind of push out a new leaf right in there. I can feel it. So this one should be pretty nice. You can see how white that stem is, but I'm hoping it'll have the half moon look on the newest leaves. That would be great. Here is Wally, my Monstera. He's looking a little leggy, so I need to figure something out for him. I think I need to buy a light, another light for him, so he doesn't grow too crazy long like this, because he's just too leggy. There are my 2 string of hearts. Can I make that any better? No, it's looking darker. So this is my regular one. This is my variegated one, and you can see the drastic haircut I made. So as soon as I get the string of hearts rooted, there they are over there, I'm going to plant them back into that pot to get a thicker look. More tetraspermas with my string of hearts in the vase. This one is the, in this container, is the tetrasperma that I bought from Etsy, and is not the tissue culture. And I think there are also roots in that one. Okay, let me scoop this guy over. I don't know if you can see it in that pot, that little funny white thing right there. That's a root. And just to show you how much I cut, there's my tetrasperma. That's one of them. I think that's the one from, not Etsy, Armstrong. I bought one from Armstrong. There are the 2 back there. I think that's the one from Etsy. And then the one in there is Home Depot, because of the pot. And then let me back it up. And so you can see the light thing that I'm using. I want to buy a better one. I don't know if I'm going to buy a new thingy, light structure, or a better light bulb. I'm not sure yet. But there they are. And I think that's everybody. So the best growing, oh, you know what I wanted to tell you was, so this is my first Albo that I bought. So you can see how it's grown, right? And then I bought the other two Albos. So let me put them back into the picture. I bought these two cuttings at the same time. So can you see the difference? So here's one. I bought him and him at the same time. But the one on the right, it has been a bit more vigorous in growth, even though they're both receiving the same amount of light. I do fertilize, I think, once a month, and then I just use regular water from our sink. I do have RO water, but the machine needs to be changed out. It came with the house when we bought the house, and it's just running really slow when you try to use it. But I just thought it was interesting that, again, two separate cuttings, we see them both at the same time, but this one seems to grow a bit more nicer and quicker than the one over here. And again, same amount of light, water, fertilizer, pot changes. I guess that's the only difference, is that this guy's in a fruit container, and then this one is in a 4-inch clear pot. But yeah, and then like I said, then the one I call my half moon, I received first. Same treatment, and that's the way that one's growing. And then there's my Constellation right there, and that one's been pretty slow growing too. But I'm hoping with the extra light on, or with the light on, that it will start growing like it should. But yep, that's it for now. I hope you're all doing well, and I will probably film again in a couple weeks when there's a new leaf to share with you. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.